All right, we are live. Welcome to the Monday Motivation Sprints. I was saying hi to some lovely people in the comments who were already here. Super exciting. So first off, if you don't know me, my name is Holly. I'm the author of A Diamond Bright and Broken, which will be out April 2nd, 2024. It is a YA epic fantasy that is a tangled retelling with a female Flynn writer. There is disability and LGBTQ rep. So if that is something you're interested in, then you can pre-order my book today. Up until the release, but you want to pre-order it and submit your receipt because I just shared on Instagram a snippet of the character art that you will get as the pre-order campaign goodies. The character art is full body that you'll get character cards for, but I only shared like the headshots. But it's the first time I've shared like, just real character art, not just like the mock-ups and like celebrity inspo that I had. So excited to have finally shared that. But yeah, and then I'm also the host of the Diversity is Lit book club, where we read one book by a BIPOC author every month and discuss it on this YouTube channel. So yeah, we are reading for this month, so we've only got a couple more days. Our Shadows Have Claws, 15 Latin American monster stories. So that is really good. And then we will be reading We Are the Origin. Oh, sorry, I'm trying to put it back in my book sleeve. We're reading We Are the Origin by C.M. Lockhart, and that is for in December. So it's an indie published book, which we always support and love our indie authors. So yeah, let me know tonight or today, depending on where you are, what you will be working on. And yeah, we will be doing 3 30-minute sprints. I might have some guests pop in a little bit later. They might be coming, or I might just be riding solo, which is also okay. I am still recovering from my cough, cold. Oh, speaking of, I was like, oh, I might have some friends pop on.
I'm running a little late.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I was still doing like introductions and stuff. So, and then just asking people what they were going to be working on tonight. But yeah, now that you're here, you can introduce yourself if you want to.
Oh, okay, right on time.
Yeah, perfect. It was like literally perfect.
All right. Hello, everyone. I'm Teresa Beasley. I write under the pen name T.A. Beasley, and I write thrillers. I'm also a podcaster over at A Reader's Book Corner on Spotify. And for this first sprint, I'm going to be working on the episode notes for my episode that I need to record tonight.
Ooh, sounds
Then I'll
fun.
probably do some writing after that.
Yeah, I've got kind of some admin stuff to do, and then I'm hoping to keep working on my outline for Diamond's sequel. So I was telling everyone that I just shared on Instagram a headshot of the character art that you'll get as when you pre-order a Diamond Bright and Broken. So I was really
Yeah.
excited because I haven't shared the art yet, and I've had it for like a month and a half probably, and then I realized, like, wait, Zara, can I share this? Like, I just didn't even think about it. So, but yeah, so we have a lot of friends in the comments. Felicia is here.
Hi,
Holy,
Felicia.
Beth, hello,
Hi,
hello.
Beth.
Pasqua is here. I love that
Hi.
name.
I do too.
Yeah,
Kind of cool.
Pasqua de Nicola. Beautiful. And Cool Gamers here.
Hey, cool
Hello.
gamer.
And Regina.
Hey,
Hello.
Regina.
Good to see both new and familiar faces in the comments.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, one of the things that I wanted to at least start was Brittany Wang was going to be launching like an Instagram for authors course. And so she was like, oh, I'll let you go through it for free if you like give me feedback and things like that. And then so because I've been posting reels once a week, I really wanted to go through it. Because she said there's a lot of stuff about like Instagram reels. I wanted to go through it so that I can give her feedback, but also so that I can like apply it to,
what you're doing. Yeah.
reels. Yeah. Oh, Italian. I love it.
Ooh.
Very cool.
So is she launching that course this year or next year?
I think it might be next year. Yeah. I don't know if she said, but I'll have to ask her. I'll have to ask her when it's happening. But yeah, so I'm like, I want to do a little bit of I want to make sure I don't go through like just focus. I don't want my whole time to be taken up by the course because I know like working on my outline is important, but I also am like really excited about the course. So I'm just like, I'm trying to, stay focused here.
All right.
Grazie. Oh, I love it so much. Oh, Shannon's here. Hello.
Hi.
Made friends with the like button. Thank you. Thank you for the like. Appreciate it. Yes. Smash that like button, please.
Yeah.
All right. Let me get our timer going. So, about to moderate a channel, but I'll keep you up. Oh, thank you.
Oh, cool.
I appreciate it. I do that sometimes for people. Like I'm like, oh, I have to go, but then I just keep it up. And Courtney's here. Hi, Courtney.
Hi, Courtney.
Yay. I wonder if anyone will be if anyone's like, trying to finish up writing 50K. I know a couple of my friends have hit 50K.
Yeah.
We're reaching the end of the month, which is insane to be thinking about December. You'll probably still be going when the channel's done, so I'll pop back over. Okay, cool.
Oh, okay.
Oh, good. And Shannon's voting. So if you're new here, I always have a kitty race timer going during the sprints. So you can vote for either a color, cat, or a number, 1 through 7, that you think is going to win the race. And then they chase a big ball of yarn, and it's really fun.
I'm gonna go with number 4.
Nice. I don't see any of the usual Ginger fans, so I will be going with 5. I haven't voted for Ginger in a long time because usually there's so many Ginger fans. So I'm going with number 5. I need about 600 more words for today to hit my goal of 75K for the month. Whoa!
Ooh,
whoa!
Good job!
Oh, that is incredible!
Wow!
So impressive. You could definitely do it. Yay! I get like hype now. I'm like, oh, I gotta do writer things. Oh, watching from a hospital. Neurology ICU. Oh, wow. Are you a nurse?
Yeah. Hope everything's okay.
Yeah. Hopefully you're not in the ICU.
Hopefully you're not in.
Hopefully you're in a nursing station. I'm an acute care physical therapist, so I frequent the ICU to see patients occasionally, but
yeah, I don't see them until they leave the ICU.
Right, yeah.
And they're going home because I work in hospice.
Yeah, we're all in the healthcare realm.
Yeah, I get them at the end stage.
Yes. Oh, and puppy Astrid is doing well. She's in her playpen right now. I gave her a bath, and it's really cold today, like 25 degrees outside with like a 13, but it feels like 13 with the wind chill. So I put a little sweater on her as she's drying because I'm like, she's probably freezing. But I did post, was it yesterday? I don't know if it's still up, but I had posted a picture on my Insta stories of Astrid in her winter coat when she was out yesterday.
Oh, okay.
It snowed. The bad 4-letter S word. Yes, we say that here.
That means it's coming to us next.
Oh, you didn't get snow?
Not yet.
Oh, yeah. The nice Lake Michigan effect.
Yeah.
So.
Oh.
But it was like the nice snow. Like, okay, it's light. It's not sticking to the ground where it's slippery. So.
Well, that's not
Chris said it's frozen over now because it's 20 degrees. But but all right. Well, we are gonna. Oh yeah. Okay, we're gonna start this first sprint in 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. All right. Number 2, which, let's see. No one won.
Nobody had to.
Oh, we tried. Sorry about that. Looks like the cat, even like it's Zuko. He's like in my way, like just sitting right in the middle of the screen.
Did anybody have one?
Oh yeah, that's true.
Because it's like in second place.
That's true.
Yeah,
but no one had one either. No, we didn't even get top 3.
Oh man.
Oh, so funny. Yeah, so how did everyone do for that first sprint? How'd you do, T?
I got most of my notes done. I just got one more section of this book I just got a couple more that I need to, and then to put the author bio on, and I should be good.
Nice. That's awesome.
It was an emotional book.
Oh.
Yeah. It's called Then She Lived Even After. And as you can see,
yeah, look at all those tabs. I love tabs.
Yes. I was very, some of the parts were like, oh, I was so mad.
Oh. Have you read any other books by that author?
No, this was my first book by her.
Okay.
And it was a roller coaster. It's just
we have Janine. Janine was able to pop in.
Delicious. Hey.
Hey, Janine.
Hi. Hold up. Why isn't my model moving? Okay, there it is. Sorry.
Yeah, I'd forgotten to mention at the beginning that Zara couldn't make it, but I just left the thumbnail like it was. I things, but anyways, Janine said that they could maybe pop in. So happy to have you here. Do you want to introduce yourself, Janine?
Hi, I'm Janine. I'm a YA fantasy and sci-fi author. I usually do like a fusion of science fiction and fantasy. I'm actually working on my debut right now. I'm gonna work on that a little later tonight. Not too much later. I still gotta eat dinner.
Nice. Yeah, you're eating dinner a little later than usual.
Yeah, we got a little hung up.
Got it.
But I could talk more after the next sprint rally.
Yeah, sounds good. What were you gonna say?
Oh, I was saying I was going to be able to talk more a little later after the next sprint.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good. Pasqua got 458 words, which is awesome.
Oh, good job.
I'm gonna go AFK for a minute here. Is that fine?
Okay. Yeah, that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Lindsay. Sprint hopping. Oh, I love that. We will be here for 2. We've got 2 more 30-minute sprints. So
yeah,
you hopped to the right sprint. So yeah, I got to watch one of the Instagram for Authors course videos. And then I had saved some videos on YouTube, like how to write a strong novel opening. And then so I took notes on that. And then I'm taking notes on, for the Inimitable Books authors, their Zara wants us to do something called like Behind the Book, where we video ourselves like with clips of throughout our journey, and then they compile them into like so they did that for The Legionnaire by Samantha Tronfeld, Behind the Book. And so you get to see all the clips throughout the journey, which I don't have all of the clips. I've kind of been like living in the moment. So I'm going through Samantha's Behind the Book video to see what clips she took, because I'm like, oh yeah, like about the cover review, you know, the book cover process and the cover reveal. Oh yeah, wait, I gotta do. and cover reveal. And pre-order. Anyway, so I was taking notes on all the things that I need to kind of back film. So you guys get to know. I'm just gonna be like kind of fake, but it'll be like me like doing my reactions as I would have done. But and then also the things that I should look to film like moving forward. So anyway, so I had a, a mismatch of things that I was doing during that sprint, but it was very productive.
Good.
Yeah. So I'm hoping to do to finish that, and then maybe I'll do some of the working on the outline for the second sprint, and then for the third sprint I can do like if I'm feeling the outlining, if I'm feeling more of the course.
You could do
I'll just
either or.
feel it out. Yeah, yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Alt. Yes, I love Zuko. He's my baby. And I always call him a mama's boy. And then I his nickname is, it's like weird, but his nickname is Muko, because I would call him Zuko Man and it became Muko Man because of the like alliteration. So his nickname is Muko Man. But anyways, I'm like, oh, you're a mama's boy and I'm a Muko mom. Because I feel like I'm just as like kind of like not clingy or needy, but like he's very clingy and needy. So when he's not around, I'm like, buddy, where are you? Where are you, Zuko? Like, like you're all over me. Where are you? So, yeah, he's my baby. But anyways, let me pop up the next sprint. Here we go. And all right, so it's a whole new sprint. So you can either choose the same color or number as you did before, or you can choose someone completely different. I am going to stick with Ginger. So I'm going to be sticking with number 4.
Okay, I'm gonna stick with the one I had, and I think she's number 6 this time.
Nice. Okay, Pasqua says 5. Yeah, the bluish purple. Yeah, bluish gray. All right. Well, we are going to start this second sprint in 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. All right, that's the end of the second sprint. 30 minutes goes by fast. Number
It does.
5. Yay, we had some winners. Pasqua, yay!
Yay!
So happy that someone won. Yay!
Did anybody have 2?
Let's see. No. Yeah.
I had
4.
6, so
Yeah, I had 4.
uh,
Alt had 4.
so
No.
technically I got 3rd.
Right? Uh-oh, I think Janine had to go, but
Okay.
I
Yeah.
think she popped in for a little.
Yeah.
So how did everyone do for the second sprint?
I actually got all my notes done, which was good.
Yay! Woohoo! That's
So I
awesome.
can just it. So this last sprint, I'll probably just do some writing.
Yeah, I know that sounds good. I finished that behind the book video, so I'm like, oh my gosh, there's a lot of clips I can do. But yeah, so I'm glad that I went through that because there were some things I forgot, like, oh yeah, when my book became available on Goodreads and when I got my like author page and stuff, and some things like that. So just things that I would have forgotten about. And then I worked on my outline a little bit, still working on the character cards. So pro tip, make sure, because there's some things that I like, as I was writing A Diamond Bright and Broken, like I didn't go back to my like story Bible and like update it. So I was trying to make sure like, oh, this character that was introduced, like, he talks like a certain way. Like he says like gotta, oughta, that sort of thing.
Oh
So I'm
yeah.
like, there's all these little details that aren't in my story Bible that I need to make sure I remember for consistency. And so and then there were other things like, because I'm like, oh, maybe I slightly changed the way this character looked. Like I need to make sure like, oh, this is how I described them. Let me make sure that that's the same. And so I was just.
So you got to go back and look up and make
Yeah,
sure.
so I was going back to the manuscript, just like double checking things and like I was like, oh, this one guard, like I don't know if he's gonna show up, but he had tattoos, so it's like I want to make sure so there's just all these things that I'm like, so make sure. That's like a pro tip is like when you're editing your story, like update your like story Bible or story binder, master notes, or your outline or whatever, so that you make it easier, because I'm just kind of trying to like get all my ducks in a row. And I probably could start like working on like the story beats and Save the Cat, at least a little bit. But I just want to kind of, get things like squared away so that I know like everything's in order. So,
Right.
But definitely not feeling that. I'm just like, oh my gosh, my brain just does not want to do that. Nope. So I think I'm gonna work on that. I'll go watch the next video in the course. I think
in the course.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm working on so many different things right now that's kind of crazy. I got one fully draft done and I need to go through it again, and then I started a draft on my adult thriller. I'm just writing as much as I can, get enough of them done, and then I can get editing and get beta readers and start the whole wonderful process of doing that.
Good process, yeah.
The whole process of doing that. So then I can release something, because it's been like a couple of years since I've released anything. So I'm like so behind.
No, you're not behind. That's, those last couple, it wasn't your season for it, you had other things you were focusing on. So
yeah, especially when my mom died, it just kind of threw me back. Like a lot. So I'm slowly starting to catch up.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of worried about because I'm like, oh, I drafted the Diamond book in November of 2020. So, and then I've just been editing it. I mean, so it's been like 3 years since I've like drafted a novel,
Drafted a
so I'm
novel.
just like, oh my God, like, what am I doing? Like, I feel very like out of place and just like, so it's just like it takes time to get back in the swing of things and
Yeah,
you know,
it does.
but
And then
I
I
believe
got
in you.
KM Weiland's Her Structure Your Novel.
Oh, yes.
Um yes, I got that. I was like, you know what? I need something to help me with the structure and stuff. So I got her Structure Your novel, and then I got the workbook to go with it.
Oh,
So I'm
nice.
working through it as I'm going to see if I'm like getting my structure together. And since she goes through all the little beat parts,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
like, okay,
I'm trying to think, did I read one of hers, oh, you know what? I read the creating character arcs
yeah, I
book.
have that one too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one is really good. And then I think, and
Mhm.
this was like early on in my writing journey when I was like looking up everything, like, oh wait, like how do I edit? What's querying? Like because I had my first draft and I'm like, okay, what do I do now? So I was just like devouring like,
As much as
writing craft.
possible.
But I feel like it's the structure in your novel, but I remember it being white. So I wonder if I had a different
Oh, the outlining your novel? Did you get
outlining.
the
Okay,
outline? Yeah.
yes, that was the one outlining your novel. That's the one, outlining your novel workbook. That's what I used before I found Save the Cat. But that one actually helped me a lot, and there's still things that I use from that I haven't learned anywhere else. One of the main ones being like writing down all the things that could happen in your novel, and then if it does
Mhm.
happen in your novel, so that the whole point of that is like you're not right. You're everything that happens in your novel isn't everything that the person would expect, that the reader would expect. Like I think you write
Right.
down like, oh, if this happens, this could happen, or this could happen. And then you write it down
Yeah.
like, well, the reader will think that this will happen, and it will. But for this, the reader thinks that this will happen, and it won't.
It
So
won't.
like you like give the reader some of the expectations, but then there's some that you flip on their head.
Head.
And that's one that
Yeah.
I've never learned anywhere else. So KM Weiland's a good one.
She is. And Sarah Cannon was saying that she used the structure your novel one.
Oh,
Was
awesome.
she? Yeah. So I was like, oh, well, if Sarah Cannon used it, then it might be.
Yeah, I gotta check that out then. Structuring your novel.
Yeah. So I'm using that to kind of, because I've got my key story. It's halfway done.
Mhm.
So I'm just still writing on it, and then I'm gonna go back through with the beats that she's talking about in here and
Oh,
see if I
nice.
got it all structured properly. But I'm gonna read the book first, and then I'm just gonna go through everything and see if I've got it structured the way it needs to be structured.
Nice.
Um, just to kind of help me get better at doing that,
Yeah. No, that
and
sounds
then
really helpful.
yeah, and that way I can go through my YA thriller too and see if I did the beats and the hook and everything because she talks about the hook and everything in it. So
Mm,
and
mm.
see if I'm going to be able to hook people with the hook.
Yes, yes, hook them with the key.
Yes, because it's like you can't get better at writing unless you write. So I'm like,
Yes.
okay, I'm just going to write as much as I can and just use some structure stuff that I can kind of get everything lined up and see if it works.
So true, so true. Um, that's great. I'm excited. Let me know how it goes. I'm sure
Yeah.
you will in future live
Yes,
streams.
in future live streams. Yeah.
Um, Pasqua got more than last
Ooh,
597. So
good
that
job. Good
aw,
job.
woo woo. I have book brain too. I know. I've just been wanting to read. I've been like in a very reading mood. I think I've been like book deprived. um Not reading as much as I haven't read this year as much as I've done in the last like 2 or 3 years. So I think that's where I'm just like, no, there's like too many books. I want to read them all. Um Also, sorry, Teresa. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Aw, that's very sweet.
Thank you.
But let me get our final sprints up. We've got our 30 cats. Okay. So they are numbered 1 through 30. You can pick a number, or if you see a color, and there might be more than one color,
Yeah.
then you get kind of like a bonus cat. But yeah, you know what? There's like the brightest yellow. I think he's like 15. Just smack dab in the middle. I'm going with 15, or yeah, whatever the brightest yellow is.
Okay, I've been picking toward the back, so this time I'm gonna pick toward the front. And I think I'm gonna take number 2. I think is it the black cat right there, or it's the one right in front of the black cat that's toward the front. Or it's kind of
Oh,
2 light ones though.
yeah, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is the white one in front of the black one.
Okay, now I picked 6 the last time and it didn't win, so I'm gonna go with the light one that I think it's 2.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I think
There's 2 brown ones in a row. There's like this orange one, and then there's a brown one, and then
I
there's
want.
a light one. So
Then
that one's
it's like okay, it'd be 3.
okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
we're gonna
I was
get
like,
it together.
he's literally bobbing his head at the same pace.
Yes, he's
and he's
like,
hiding.
yeah.
I think maybe he'll win. He's like trying not to be seen. Like, don't pick me, don't pick me. Okay, 2's
Yeah.
our secondary one. So,
Okay.
all right. Well, we are going
Yes,
to
I'm gonna
start.
take 3.
Awesome. We'll start this final sprint in 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. Oh my gosh, Teresa, you won!
Oh no, I can't hear you.
Yay!
Oh, can you
Ah,
hear? Let me see. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay,
Okay.
all right
Okay,
now.
good. Phew.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, Teresa!
Yay!
What the heck?
See?
I've been having technical issues the whole night.
Oh no! Well,
Yeah,
I'm
and I
glad you were
just
able.
got it fixed just in time for the stream to end.
Oh,
Oh.
well, at least you got to make like most of the final sprint. Um,
Can we at least talk for a few minutes?
yeah, for sure. Tons of kitties, yes. Shannon popped back in and Nia came in, had just finished dinner. Um, Black or ginger is her jam. Yay, Lindsay says congrats.
Thank
Congrats.
you.
Well, T had said, "Oh, I'm gonna like I've been voting higher, so I'm gonna go lower this time."
Yes.
It
And it paid off.
did. That was awesome. Well, were you so how did everyone do? Were you able to get some stuff done, Janine?
Not really. I've been kind of. I think I'm in another slump. It seems to happen like every so often nowadays.
Mhm.
Like it
Yeah.
just have one good day and just like about 5 to 6 bad ones.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was like with me. I couldn't like focus on my outlining, so I just was doing just kind of working on writing craft stuff and, you know.
Oh yeah, I was talking about. I was saying that like I think one thing I think I've seen people trip up on online is this idea that you that if you don't outline extensively and you don't do it a certain way that you're automatically going to fail as a writer, and I think that's kind of a harmful way to look, harmful mindset and stereotype to really lock
mhm.
people in like, oh, you got to do this otherwise you're going to fail, because I I think there are some writers that do not do well with some detailed outline before they finish, before they write a word. I think that's, I mean, that could be very constricting for some people if they have
Mhm.
completely outlined.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard because like for me I'm like trying to just get all the details right so that when I like finally start writing the sequel there's like consistency. So it's hard cuz I'm like, "Oh, I want to make sure it's not." And it's like I just need to remember, okay, first draft it could be like, I've got like a publisher and like, editor to be like, "Hey, this is different," like they're there to help me and look through that. So and my beta readers and critique partners and stuff. So I need to remember that it's like, okay, if there is an inconsistency like or a plot hole or something that a loose end that I didn't tie up, like it's not the end all be all with this draft. Like I can fix it. So I need to like remember that.
Yeah.
Because like one thing that held me back was that I got in the mindset that I had to do all this outlining, and it just constricted my brain so much that I would not write it. Like I would just like not even start writing. I'll just go to something else because my mind would be bored. I'm bored of writing.
Yeah, Shannon's the same. She says I do much better without one. Um, but what helps me is that I always know the endings to my books and my whole series. So I always know where I'm heading. I even know the ending to the stories in my world. That is awesome. That's great
That's
advice.
good. Yeah, that's good.
Yes.
I mean, I got ideas and stuff, but say like, oh, this has to happen in this order would be very constrictive, at least to me. And like I myself do a 5 act structure when I actually do the revision work, because I think a 5 act structure works better for me for pacing, because I think when I did a 3 act structure, I had a lot of filler.
Mhm. Yeah,
Hmm.
no, I've heard of the 4-act structure, but the 5-act one, that one's intriguing too. So,
Like
um
basically, it's kind of like where Act 3 is like a false climax, and like
mm,
Act 4 is like a reversal of fortune, and Act 5, kind of like Shakespeare's plays. I think
oh
it works
yeah.
better because it kind of gets me to focus a little more, and instead of like, oh, this big old Act 2, which got bloated with filler, and it just felt like it was just meandering. It just helped me kind of focus a little more because pacing is not my strongest point. I think one thing I always try to emphasize with with the writing process nowadays is that not everyone's gonna vibe with uh, just like I don't want like just this idea that you have to do it one way or you fail.
Mhm.
That's what got me in a lot of trouble. It's like you got to do it this because there are some people that like will tell you that you got to do it their way, otherwise you're gonna fail, and that really hit me hard.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
And
That's not nice for them to tell you have to do it their way.
Yeah,
We
that's
have to
not how
create our
things
own
work.
way. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not how these. That's not how this works.
it never is
Yeah.
their way. They're saying that oh, if you don't do it this way, you're going to get in lots of trouble because I got in trouble. So you better follow my way, otherwise you're going to run into
Hmm.
trouble. And that's kind of just a little bit
Hmm.
no.
Really quick,
Yeah, that's not cool.
Pasqua got 111 words. Thank you, Crohn's. Was in the bathroom most of the time. Sorry about that, but
Oh, sorry.
she has to go. Thank you for
Thank
joining.
you for joining us.
I'll see you
Funny,
next Monday, same time, same place.
even though with technical issues, but yeah, I'm trying to get through like this end of Act 4 because one thing I wanted to do is that the Dark Knight of the Soul. I didn't want to do a cheat because like I
Mhm.
felt like if I that I'm that I didn't want the protagonist to get like help out of this one. It's like okay, this is something they got to do alone and the hard way.
Right.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that can, I feel like, sometimes it's hard to keep put yourself in a box and it can kind of pigeonhole you and it's okay to kind of deviate sometimes. Um, let's see, Mia says, I love that we all have different processes and even then we can change it up. We have to do what works best for us as individuduals.
Yeah,
Yes.
That's
Snappy,
true.
snappy.
That's true. So
yeah.
true.
I think my mind's been just like focused on other other things, so I just been unable to really get myself back in the writing game. I've been focusing on Christmas shopping.
Oh yeah,
Yes, that's what
the
I did. I'm
notorious
almost
Christmas
done.
shopping.
Most of it were like gift cards or things that, yeah, people asked for on Amazon, thankfully. So I was like, oh, this is very
Well,
easy.
I ran
Everyone.
into a problem with Amazon stuff. It turns out if you want to buy stuff at Amazon and you want to get it shipped to separate addresses, it's gonna cost you more.
Really?
Like here's the thing: it's $35 for free shipping, and even though your order is above $35, if it's not to the same address, you have to pay for shipping. I
Oh.
was buying some like inexpensive things to my to some other people, and I was gonna have to pay $7 each for shipping. It was gonna cost me $14 to ship it
What?
to their houses.
Uh-uh.
Oh man.
That's annoying. I know
Yeah.
I think I must have bought over the 35 because I had things sent to my sister since she's not coming in from Arizona this year, and then a whole bunch of stuff sent to my house. So I was like, oh, I think there was enough that it didn't,
Enough to both places.
yeah, spend. But I didn't know that. That's good to
As
know.
I said, like those are like more than enough that was getting sent to my place. It was like it was a pretty hefty amount, but it was
Mhm.
just the other two places that was a problem. It's like, wait a minute, do I have to pay shipping for this?
Oh my gosh.
Mm.
It's like, oh no.
This can be a distracting time of year. Yes.
It
I
can
know.
be.
Well,
I was real.
all the time it's distracting, actually.
There's been some times where I've like that's why when I would do Nano, my goal was to always finish like before Thanksgiving so that I can just enjoy the rest of the year, but also not be like distracted on Thanksgiving and Black Friday. Like I could just
Yeah,
yeah, focus on Christmas stuff.
I've been just struggling with focusing and just like kind of getting in the zone lately. It just
Yeah.
feels like a lot tougher. I don't know why. It just feels like you know like I get like a nice day and then it just kind of peters out. Maybe it's just a side effect from long term burnout. It's something maybe I have to work back up to get the stamina back
Mhm.
up because
Yeah.
I was like
Yeah.
I was in burnout mode for like a year.
Mhm.
Like after some
Mhm.
bad comments.
Mm.
Aw.
Yeah, that can you don't realize how much that can affect you and
Yeah, I got a lot of negative comments. Not negative comments, but like really just kind of I was just put boxed into the idea that like that really kind of damaged my self esteem and that really put me in like a deep self doubt about my ideas and
mm,
Aw.
no,
didn't
you got this, Janine.
I just
Ha.
didn't have
Yeah.
my ideas and I'm working that back in and it's
Mhm.
a very long
Mhm.
time. Kind of just embrace my brain again because for a while I felt like embracing my brain was a bad thing and that it was leading to inferior product.
Mm.
Learning
Oh.
that if you um I felt that I had to pander is basically what was going on. That if I didn't pander and add this, that, and this that I didn't like, I was just going to get bad reviews and bomb my career, and that
No.
pandering was the only way. I didn't want to pander.
No.
Like one thing
Mm-mm.
that everyone was trying to push for me for my manuscript. I should actually tell you what I'm working on. I'm working on a young adult science fantasy. I don't have a title for the books yet, but the series is Spark and Blizzard. But I do. One thing that I was especially kind of getting kind of comments about was like kind of like the lack of romance plots in the series. That
Mhm.
Mm.
did a lot more and like they were trying to like the kind of suggestions was like kind of steering it closer to romanticy, which is not what I really envisioned. Not that
Right.
Right.
it's just that that's and like I just had this feeling. Oh, is it like romanticy like better than what I'm writing?
No, not at
No.
all. There needs to Oh, Shannon has to go. Thanks for coming, Shannon.
Thanks for coming.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for coming, everyone.
Because I feel like that's what a lot of people want. And people think that, oh, it's like all romantasy. That's like the big thing right now. And like, yes, there is an audience for that, but then there is also, readership. But there's also readership for books, like No Spice, like that's big. And
Right.
like there can literally be nothing at all. And there's a lot of people that look for that. And especially if you're writing that, then that means there are people out there that, number one, are also writing that, maybe not
Mm.
coming out with those books because they're not seeing it in the world. And then number two, then there are readers who want those books as well. So I think you just keep
Mhm.
doing you like
Yep.
those are the people, like when they write to market and all the popular, they're not like writing like the book of their heart. They're just writing it for, the money. But it's the people
Mhm.
where like they fail, they don't get agent, they don't get a book deal, whatever. And then they just are like, okay, fine. I'm just going to write for fun. I'm going to write a book that I want to read. And then that's the one that gets picked up. That's the one that
Yep.
is successful. So, like, honestly, that's like, yeah, the best advice I could give you is like, you got to do
Yep.
you. And, it
Yeah,
is important to like listen to people and hear them out. But it doesn't mean you have to like accept everyone's
Mm.
opinion because that's what
yeah,
it is, an
Opinion.
opinion.
yeah. Because I used to
Yeah.
believe that I had to pander and accept all critique and buy
Mm-mm.
every single one, and I
No.
had my filter was kind of broken for a while, and I had to fix it.
No.
Yeah.
And
But
then we
like,
have to understand too that everybody's not going to like what we write. I mean, your
Mhm.
readers are out there, but not everybody's going to like your work. But then you should not put it out, because you could put it out and then find like a tribe of people that really want what you're writing.
Mm-hmm.
And if you hold on to that and don't put it out just because a couple of people said they didn't like it, you're cheating the people that really are looking for it, that's probably searching for what you're writing and just haven't found it yet because you haven't put your books out.
Because I'll say that's why I got afraid. Was like, okay, no, okay, like it seems like all the beta readers don't like it. It seems like, maybe I'm just finding not finding the right people to read it,
Yeah.
because it seems like maybe I'm just finding more of the romantasy types. Because like almost everyone asks me like, what are the main characters getting get a kiss, and it's just like, I mean, that's fine enough, but it just felt like, it almost felt like that, because of writing young adult, they expect a romance, and that's
that's an unfortunate like product of the market, because they just push it, but it doesn't mean that there isn't a readership for it, and that people that like reading romance and romantasy won't also like reading books that don't have that. It doesn't mean you have to be one or the other. So it doesn't mean that those people won't also like reading your book, which I think that, just book publishers just, they want to make money. So they're just going to go with those trends. And unfortunately, but
I understand, but I also see some fantasy readers that they wouldn't read a book without a romance in it, and it's just kind of a little discouraging. But
But then those are not your readers. Then if they're saying that they won't read it if it doesn't have the romance, then those are just not your readers.
Exactly.
And you just got to move past them. Okay, if you don't want the romance, don't read it. I mean, because I like books that don't have all that spicy romance stuff in it. I mean, so.
Well, and for me, there's sometimes I'll read a book that has that, and then I'll be like, okay, the next book I read, like, I don't want to read about that. I just want something with that. Like, I need a breather from that. I'm gonna go, I'm reading my romantasy, and then I want to read this middle grade contemporary, and then I'm gonna go read my adult thriller, read my nonfiction book, and then I'll go back to the fantasy that maybe it so it's just like I mean, and granted, some people, they literally only read like YA fantasy. That's just what they do. But there are people like me that like we genre and age category hop. Nia likes the variety too. Yes.
Yes, variety.
Yeah, like I'll read like sci-fi or fantasy, and then I'm like, my next book, I'm like, I just don't want to like learn a whole new magic system. Just ground me in the real world. I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna read this contemporary or this mystery, and so it's just like I just want that like kind of straight, no nonsense, where I can just like start the story and just like learn about the characters, and that's it. There's no magic rules, there's no world building. So there's people like that too, where they're maybe they're realizing that they're asexual or aromantic, or they just had a breakup and they don't want to read about that stuff. Like, you don't know like where readers are at, where it's like they're searching for these books for like tons of different reasons.
I think it's as I said, I think it's bad to just like pander to just one crowd, because that'll just make everything the same, and that's kind of boring. Yeah, it's like I am trying to get. I really want to finish this this draft in the next like week or two, just for some deadlines things. And like I thought I'd be almost done, but I still have like a few chapters to go. My brain's just been nowhere.
Yeah.
Even
if you just do a little bit, and like this draft, it's like that's not the final draft. Just do what you can, with what you have, and that's going to be enough, because that's what you're able to do in the moment, and so it's enough. Yeah. I'm ready for your motivation. But I'm gonna have to go soon. T, I don't know if you wanted to say how you did during that last sprint.
During the last sprint, I got 731 words
Oh,
added to my
whoa.
story.
Nice.
So not too
Nice.
bad.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yay.
I did that on my adult thriller. So
Ooh.
Awesome.
yeah. So I
Yeah.
did pretty good.
I'm
Oh,
impressed.
I think at this point I'm probably gonna ask some of my other writer friends to help me out tonight. It's like, yeah, it's kind of not bad, but just like I need some help.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think that's fair. And that's what, writer friends are here for, So
Yep.
All right, I'll have to talk about some stuff we regarding the shipping. Not kissing shipping. I mean like product shipping.
I thought you were talking about the ship. Yeah, I ship these characters. I'm glad you gave that disclaimer.
Yes.
That's where my mind went. That's hilarious.
About product shipping and stuff like that, and
Um,
But yeah, Holly, I gotta head out too. My hubby's at the
Okay.
doorway.
Yeah, right.
I'm actually gonna duck out. I'm feeling not tired, but I just want to I'm actually gonna probably I think now's time to I think we can say goodnight.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
thanks everyone for joining. I haven't posted the sprints for December, but I will do that by the weekend. So we will be here next Monday, same time, same place, 5 p.m. Central
Yeah.
Standard Time to 7 to 7:30-ish.
Yes.
Have a good rest of November, and I'll see you guys in December.
December. Wow. Yeah.
Yes.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.